Note to self, must order new phone holder for car because this one is doing my head in. Good morning, it's Monday. Welcome to another weekly vlog. It's an inauspicious start to the week. It's grey and heavy and a little bit sticky and unpleasant. That sort of heavy feeling in the air, you know. However, it is September. It is the 2nd of September, and that always feels like a new year to me. It's a new start. Well, mind you, every Monday feels like a new start to me, but September particularly so. And it draws to a close August, which was a lovely month. I really enjoyed it. My birthday month. We did lots of lovely social things. But I'm not going to lie, I'm looking forward to this week because my diary is empty. There is nothing going on this week apart from work and catching up on all the work that I haven't done because I've been having too much fun the last couple of weeks. August was rounded off with an overnight stay in Plymouth with my brother and Amanda, and we had a really nice time. We went and did a gin tasting, which Ashley and I have done before. I think I told you this last week, at a place called Barbican Botanics, which was very low key and lovely and enjoyable, and it's not full on tour of a distillery or anything, but it's just like a little tiny place where you can go and taste all sorts of different gins, and it was lovely. We really enjoyed that. You can, if you don't like gin, they have a whiskey tasting or a rum tasting option, and you choose from loads of different ones, and we really enjoyed that. That was fun on Saturday afternoon. Then Saturday evening we went out for a meal to a restaurant called the Barbican Kitchen, which we haven't been to before, but which was lovely, really good. We had a fantastic meal and a really good evening. And then breakfast yesterday morning, we intended to go out for a walk, but it was raining, so we knocked that on the head and came home after that. And it was a really lovely wrap up to a fabulous month, so much enjoyed by us all. Anyway, here we are in September. Got just this week before we go on holiday, so I've got lots to do work-wise. September is the month where it starts to get slightly busier again with sort of sponsored videos, and you get contacts from brands and seeing if I want to try things and stuff like that. So it is a time of year when it gets a bit busier. So there's that, plus I really need to get some stuff onto eBay. That's been a bit neglected the last month or so, but it's been a good summer. Also, I don't know if any of you watch Clutterbug. I've watched her for years on YouTube, and she's doing a 30-day September declutter challenge, and obviously I can't do the full 30 days because I'm going away for a week out of it, but I thought I might do a little declutter every day this week. And the first one she did yesterday was coats, so I definitely need to go through my coats, so I might do that a little bit later on. I've also got to film a video today for Roman. I've got a few bits of clothing from Roman to show you, a couple of which I'm really pleased with actually. They look really nice, or they look really, I haven't put them on yet, but they look really nice out of the packet. So yeah, I've got to do that and a little bit of editing and just a general worky work day. Right, this is what we're dealing with. I'm pretty sure everything on here is mine. Yeah, and then I've also just bought 2 more down that were elsewhere. So I guess let's try them on one at a time and see what we think. We haven't got a tripod down here. Is that going to be tall enough? I think we need to be a bit taller. 2 seconds, we'll get another book. We'll get a nice sturdy book. I've piled you up at about 10 books. I reckon that's going to be better. Right, let's start with this one, which is a faux fur coat. Obviously doesn't go with this dress. I bought this in Bath from Debenhams. That shows how long ago it was. And I'm going to just re-angle you because the light is not great. Yeah, I bought this from Debenhams when Will was at university in Bath, and he did 4 years at university and has left now for at least 2 years. 2 years, is it? Yeah. So I've had it a long time. I don't like myself in it very much. That can go. That one can go. It's blimmin' hot as well. Right, this thing is sort of a fleece cape type affair. That's Marks and Spencer's. I've had this for years and years and years, but I still like it. I feel quite nice in this one. I've got a mirror behind you if I'm peering in the wrong direction. I like this. I'm going to keep this one, I think. This is my gilet from Roman that I got last year. I don't need to try this on. Absolutely blimmin' love it. If they bring this back and do the pale blue colour this year, definitely getting that. Next, we've got like a fleecy, this was from Primark. It's actually loungewear, but I found it a really useful coat to pop on, like when I was going to the parcel shop and stuff last year when I needed another layer. So I think I'll keep that one. This pink cord thing I've had for 100 years. I think it's time that that went. It's got a couple of marks on the back, and I don't think it will go through the washing machine, so I'll perhaps just send that to the Salvation Army bank thing. Yeah, that one I've finished with. This is my little leather jacket, or faux leather actually. I do find this useful, but I'm going to put this upstairs and hang it in the wardrobe because I don't think that's benefiting from being slung over the coat thingamybobby. This is an M&S faux sheepskin gilet that I got last year and really liked. And then I said to Ashley, I put it on once, I said to Ashley, does this look all right? I can't remember what I had it over. And he said, looks a bit Nessa if I'm honest. And it really put me off it. So yeah, I think this one might not be me. I feel like I probably won't wear that on the basis that I might keep it and try it on with a couple of things and see what I think. This is just a little zip front fleecy jacket, which is quite useful for going out for a walk, things like that, when it's very casual, but it is very warm, and yeah, quite useful for that. So I think I'll keep that one. And then finally, I've got this big grey coat. I bought this for our last trip to New York. It's heavy, it's from Marks and Spencer, it's quite good, but I'd really like something lighter, like maybe something down-filled. I don't want to take this to New York this year because it is big and heavy, and the hood is also way too big for my head and goes right over my face. So I'm gonna probably get rid of this one, but I'm probably not going to do that until I've got a new one, till I've bought something to replace it. So this one is on the chopping blocks, let's say. Right, let me put everything back that I'm keeping. Okay, that looks better. You can actually see the top of the coat hanger now, although there are a lot on it. And I probably should just tell you, because you're probably like, where's Ashley's coat? He likes to keep all his coats on hangers in a wardrobe, so he doesn't use that at all. But I find it very useful to have my coat by the front door, ready to put on as I leave the house. Ashley has just come in from work and he's called to me, I've bought you this magnificent gift. It's a tube of smoked cheese.
Yeah.
I don't like smoked cheese and you do, so it's not really for me, is it?
It'll make me happy, which will make you happy.
It's 6:30 and it's been a good, productive day. I've got lots done and I'm feeling quite organised. I am feeling like I want to declutter everything, which obviously you can't do in one day, but definitely feeling that vibe. The weather has been absolutely revolting, but it's rained all day. The builders came round at about 4:30. They were hoping to clean off the patio before they seal it. I don't know if I talked about this on here. The patio on the balcony, the new patio, has had to be regrouted. They've had to chip out all the grout and regrout it because the grout was porous and was letting water through to the membrane. and that was chucking up lots of white, some sort of white chemical onto the patio stones, which anyway, but very boring. But they regrouted it on Saturday. It took them longer to chip out all the original grout than regrout it, and it now just needs cleaning off and sealing. So they were going to do that this afternoon. By the time they got here, it was properly raining, and they decided to give it a miss and come back tomorrow. So yeah, that's tomorrow. And tonight for dinner we have got homemade pizza. Did I say that already? I'm looking forward to that. I'm just going to go and take my makeup off and put something comfy on and relax for the evening. Good morning, it is Tuesday. I have just filmed a video entitled Things I No Longer Buy, which you will see coming up soon at some point. I have to go out to, I've got a bag of clothes there actually, including the coats I got rid of yesterday, so I'm going to pop that in the clothing bank. I'm going to get some petrol and I'm going to pop to Aldi for some store cupboard essentials that I am running out of or have run out of, and then I'm going to come back and do some work. It's been a weird day, but not stuff that I'm going to share on here, but it's been a bit weird day. Anyway, today's decluttering mission is, well, according to Clutterbug, it's kitchen stuff yesterday and today, because I was working a day behind with the coats. I did the job for the first on the second, but yesterday's was cleaning the kitchen surfaces, and I think today's is the fridge. Now, I did my fridge last Friday, as you know, go me, and my kitchen surfaces don't really need doing, so I am doing this, which is seasonal decor sort of thing with a few added bits put in. It's this cabinet here, which used to house sort of random bits and bobs. I've taken some paperwork and stuff out that I need to find new homes for, but this is going to be seasonal decor, I think, in here mostly. Need to give it a wipe out, and then I need to go through this stuff that came out of there, and plus that plastic box, and just see what I've got. I'm sure there's stuff that needs chucking away, so going to deal with that. Not gonna lie, it took me nearly all afternoon because I had to keep having breaks and my head wasn't really in the game, but it's done. I've managed to fit all of the spring and summer decor in this box, which is good, and I've also taken the opportunity to switch over to autumn. So I've got my little autumnal display here. I've changed up this table over here to a nice autumn display. I love that vase in the middle, it's one of my favourites. And we've done the mantelpiece with these. I've had these for years, they come from the range, and various, honestly, a candle called Cozy Kitten. What could be more autumnal? So that's what that looks like. Then I've done the bottom of the fireplace down here with some little pumpkin-y bits, the pumpkins I showed you from Matalan last week, so that one's all done. And then in this unit over here, I've just, oh, there's Ron down there. Hello, Ronnie, you sunbathing? Just done a few little autumnal bits added to that unit there. Good morning, it's Wednesday. The sun is shining, the sky is blue. That's nice, isn't it? I've just done a lot of faffing in terms of dropping off parcels, as it seems to be these days. It was so easy when it was just the post office for everything. And now it's been 4 different stops this morning because I went to the delivery office to drop off and they were closed because of building work that seemed to be non-existent, so that was interesting. Not all building work is visible, I guess. Anyway, that's all done now. I'm on my way home. The builders are here today, hopefully cleaning the patio, hopefully sealing it as well. My paving stones are problematic to get clean enough to seal. So, but anyway, we did a test piece last night and it's come out quite well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that will mean that all the problems are done once it's finished and that we've got over them all. So that'll be good. Plans for today, not an awful lot. Work, editing some videos and some eBay stuff, possibly popping out to see a friend a bit later. Yeah, hopefully a bit more decluttering. That is today's plan. Oh, isn't peace lovely? My cleaner has cleaned the house and gone, and the builders have done what they were planning to do today and also gone, and I am very much enjoying the peace. It is 25 to 1. I've been doing a little bit of editing this morning. My mind is honestly still not really on anything. I'm really struggling to concentrate on anything. I think I alluded to something really shocking having happened yesterday. It's the death of somebody young, the very sudden and unexpected death of somebody young, not sure, you know, not of the age to die, who is not family but very close to us, and just really, really shocking, so unexpected, and it's someone we've known for a very, very long time, and their family, and just awful. Just, you know, it's just when things happen in the order that they shouldn't. I mean, for example, my dad dying, whilst very sad, was the order that things should be: lived a long and happy life. And although the last couple of years was very traumatic, he had, you know, we all die, don't we, at some point. You know, he was in his mid-80s and had lived a long and happy life, and that was the way things are. But when it's someone young who leaves parents behind and a family, and it's so very shockingly sudden. It wasn't suicide, by the way. When it's that, it's just the order of things is so wrong. It feels so wrong and sad anyway, but it just feels so awfully wrong, and yeah, really shocking, and trying hard to support the people involved as much as we can, and yeah, it's just a difficult thing. And as I say, I'm sorry to be so oblique about it, but I feel like I'm struggling to give my all to a weekly vlog this week due to that. It's preoccupying a lot of my thoughts. So I just wanted to touch on a couple of things from the comments. Actually, let me get them up on my iPad while I speak to you. The first one I wanted to talk about was the cruise video. I did the video of our recent celebrity cruise, and I was so interested to hear that a lot of you guys who also are cruisers, so to speak, also don't rate the port days that much and quite like to stay on board the ship, and the part of your holiday you most enjoy, like us, is being on board the ship and enjoying all the facilities and just the relaxation and rest on board the ship. I was very happily, you know, I sort of felt a little bit vindicated in my odd choice to not go ashore so much. And it was nice to read that a lot of you also feel the same about that. A couple of you told me about some smaller celebrity ships, so I might look into those, because as I said, there was a lot that we did like about it. It was just the size of that ship was really quite big. On last week's weekly vlog, a lot of you saying that you really enjoyed the piece I did at the end about grief. Pertinent for me this week as well as last week, sadly. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that, and I thought they were just beautiful words, and I'm so glad I had an opportunity to share them at a time. I very often save quotes and wise words and things, as you know, that I see on the internet. Actually, let's talk about the way I save. Who else uses their phone to screenshot things all the time, from things you might want to buy to quotes you see to interesting recipes, all that sort of thing? I have a photo album full of screenshots, and I found them difficult to manage from my photo album because they weren't necessarily things I wanted to. I just found having the photos and the screenshots all mixed in together was inconvenient, and I saw this tip somewhere on my travels around the internet, can't remember exactly where, but oh, I do, it was Lily Pebbles that talked about it. Start a WhatsApp chat with someone out. You can't start your own WhatsApp chat by yourself, obviously, so start a WhatsApp chat with one other person, then ask them to leave the chat. So I started one with Ashley and asked him to leave the chat. then pin it to the top of your WhatsApp, and then you can send all your screenshots or notes or anything you want to remind yourself of to that chat, and it's always pinned to the top of your WhatsApp, and all your little things that you need to remember can be in there. So I use it mostly for screenshots, and it's so good, such a good way of just moving the screenshots out of my photo album. I can delete them all and just keep my photos there, and have the screenshots there to refer back to, or go and find something when I want to find it, and then deleting it once I've dealt with it. So I'm always at screenshotting things of books that I want to read and stuff like that, so I can come back to them at a later date and add them to my Amazon wish list or buy them or whatever. So I found that such a useful tip. That's my tip of the week, is start a WhatsApp chat just for yourself. It's officially soup weather again, and this is today's lunch: Spanish style chicken and chorizo soup from Sainsbury's. Looks nice. Good morning. It is the most grim and wet and dark and miserable autumnal day. So glad I've got all my autumnal decor out. It feels very appropriate today. I woke up this morning with vertigo. Just started this year. I occasionally get vertigo attacks, so very mild. And can I just gently request that you don't send me horror stories of vertigo and tell me to go and see a doctor and all of that stuff down in the comments. I'm not looking for advice on it, but thank you for your concern. Yeah, I just occasionally wake up with it, and it's mild, but just when I bend it, it's fine most of the time, but bending down is just nasty. It tends to wear off throughout the day, but I don't want to do anything too bendy down today. In fact, this weather is making me feel like I don't want to do anything at all. Can I just show you my lovely lilies? I actually bought me these for my birthday. Bought me flowers twice recently. Let me turn them round so you can get... Oh, they're dropping a little bit. Oh, and I know lilies are dangerous for cats, but the cat never goes anywhere near the table. All my cats have always been trained that they don't go on the tables or the worktops. And frankly, he couldn't jump up here anymore if he tried. Bless his heart. He's down here. Hello. Oh, I'm getting you out of shot. Fast asleep. Absolutely fast asleep. Sensible day for staying in the house, I think. Although he's been going out a bit more than usual recently. So my battery light is flashing. Anyway, because I'm feeling a bit bleh, I was going to take myself off to Hobbycraft. I've got a £5 voucher for my birthday. You don't have to spend any particular amount, but if you're on their mailing list, you get a £5 voucher on your birthday, and I've got till the 3rd of October to spend it, but I thought I might go and have a look. I know they've got pumpkins in store. I was just thinking I could, and also they do fake flowers, don't they? Quite fancy some autumnal bits to put in my little vase. Oh, I don't know if you can see it over on that table there that I showed you the other day, which got dried grasses in it, and I wanted to autumnify another arrangement that I've got over there as well. So yes, I thought I might do that, but the weather is not enthralling me in terms of going out at the moment. So I think I might go and I might have a piece of toast. What time is it? It's 5 to 10. I haven't had any breakfast yet, so I might go and make myself a piece of toast and Marmite and see what the weather does, see if it improves at all, and then maybe go out. I decided to go out. I waited an hour and it didn't get any better, but I decided to go out anyway, because I thought I might have popped to Home Bargains as well and see if they've got the gingerbread candles in yet, because, you know, exciting times. I'm just trying out my new car... Oh, God, horrible windscreen wiper noise. Just trying out my new car phone holder, which I'm thinking is looking a little bit wobbly, but hopefully will be better than the last one. The last one I had to stick on my screen where my not that I use my sat-nav all the time, but where my sat-nav and my phone connection and my radio media, you know, the big screen in the middle of you think, oh God, do all cars have them now? I think they probably do. That one had to sit on top of the screen, which was less than ideal, but this one sits on the air vent. I am back. It was hideous. Almost impossible to get a car parking space. That height is too high really, isn't it? Maybe not. I need to be that much taller, you see, that would help, wouldn't it? Yeah, almost too busy to get a parking space. Actually, what size? Sorry, I'm just debating what size coffee I need. It's a that size coffee sort of day. Just put the kettle on. Right, quick home bargains haul. Popped into Hobbycraft. Hobbycraft is not my kind of a shop. They have very little in the way of fake flowers, only summer type things. And I genuinely couldn't find anything I wanted to spend a fiver on. Even a free fiver. Even a free fiver. Anyway, let me show you what I purchased from Home Bargains. I managed to spend £26. What did I get? This is quite good. This, I used the L'Oreal, is it L'Oreal? The LV, yeah, L'Oreal LV. My 8-second Wonder Water, I've talked about it a lot in the past. I use it when I dry my hair straight, so not when I've dried my hair this morning because it's curly, but when I dry my hair straight. And I find it really good for holding the style and getting all those little frizzy bits that sit around. I don't think it's brilliant for your hair long term, so I only use it on the occasions I dry my hair straight. This is a different version. The usual one I use is in an orange bottle. This is in a red bottle, and this is Colour Protect. The orange one I think is long hair, so I thought I'd try this one. It was down, it's usually about a tenner, and it was down to £4.95 in Home Bargains, so that was good. I also saw some of the Sally Hughes Revolution skincare, only the light gel moisturiser, which is too lightweight for me, but keep your eye, if you're interested in trying that, it's been on my list for a long time to try. If you're interested in trying that, I wonder if they'll have any more items from that in, because that was down from £14.99 as the RRP to £2.50 or something. Absolute bargain. Anyway, I digress. Pedal bin liners, got the rose scented one for a change from the lemon scented ones. This is 79p for 40. Winner winner chicken dinner. Sponge scourers. Honestly, I buy the most exciting things, don't I? Microfiber cloth, because the builders have had most of mine and ruined them doing the patio. Yes, I was that person who bought the Oreo flavoured Coke Zero just to try it. This is the things you put in the cupboard to soak up all the moisture, what they called ambient air interior dehumidifier. This is a cherry flavour fragranced one. An awful lot of plastic that does get put in the bin, but also I don't really want damp inside my cupboards, and they do work, so there's that. 2 packets of the skinny bars, and we got sorted caramel and the Bliss ones, which are yogurt and strawberry. Just really nice low calorie option when you need a bit of a sweet fix. My usual hair dye, I was pleased to see they had this one back in because they didn't have it for the last couple of times I've been in. This is the Garnier Bell Colour 110 ultra light natural blonde. I use this one or a Nutrice one, and I don't always get the same colour. I mix it up a bit. I get an ash blonde or a light ash blonde or an extra light blonde, or you know, any of those types of colours. Do you know what? I think you get the same result every time, really, with all of them. I think they're all much of a muchness, whether they say they're different or not. And the final item I got was for my autumn decor, was this, which was £8.99, little wooden box with some autumnal vibes, bits and pieces in it for the shelf that I mentioned this morning. I'll show you when I put it into where it's going. I was very pleased with that for £8.99, and it saves me making an arrangement myself, which, if you know anything about me and crafts, you will know pleases me immensely. Right, I've angled you very cleverly there because you can't actually see that hideousness, which is next on my list to tidy up. Just wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. What are these things? The first thing is this, which I saw talked about and have really good reviews. Last time I went to Greece, I had quite a lot of mosquito bites on my legs. I always spray myself, but mosquitoes love me. They just, I don't know, must be something about my blood that's particularly delicious. And these are little patches you put on bites when you get them. They're like a plaster, but a sort of patchworky one. That's 3 individual ones. And it stops the swelling and itching, and the reviews are really good, so I thought I would try them. You get 24 of them in a little thing like that. I'll obviously let you know if they're any good. I don't know yet. They came from Amazon. I'll pop a link in anyway, but I like the packaging as well, nice and small for packing. They'll just go into my medical bag. Next thing I wanted to update on, we've talked about this before. This is the La Cura Audi version, luminous filter it's called. They call it a foundation. I do not call it a foundation. It's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush whatever. That's what it looks like. And I don't think it comes in multiple colours. I think it just comes in this one colour. But it goes away to, when you blend it in, it goes to almost nothing. It actually looks more on there than it is. It looks more, in fact, it looks more glowy on my hand, probably because my hand is darker maybe. You see, that to me is not a foundation. That's like a glowy primer, but it doesn't do a very good job as a primer, and it doesn't adhere as a primer. It doesn't adhere makeup at all, in my opinion. It does nothing to, and I don't feel like foundation goes on brilliantly over the top of it. I've used it mixed up with thicker foundations to sort of thin them out a little bit and add a bit of glow, but honestly, really disappointing product. Probably I would think the same about the Charlotte Tilbury product if I used that, because I mean, how can they call that a foundation? It's just a glowy nothingness really. It's not a highlighter, it's not a primer, it's definitely not a foundation. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't really enhance my foundation. It doesn't hold my makeup onto my face, and it's a bit rubbish. So that is going into my very disappointing products getting rid of department. I'm afraid I won't be using that one. In better news, however, when I go on holiday, I very often get dry lips, and I thought I must get a lip product that has SPF in it, and that's how I came upon this. This is the e.l.f. Sun Boss Gloss, which has an SPF 25 in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do put sorry, I'm just trying to make that focus. I don't think it wants to focus. Don't get me wrong, I do put SPF all over my face, including my lips, but I think when you eat and drink, it sort of washes off your lips, and you don't always think to reapply it, do you, as quickly as you probably should. So I thought I'd try this, and I've been wearing it over the last few days just as a lip gloss in the day, and I really like it. That's what it looks like. It feels nice on the lips. It's got a little bit of adherence, so it's not like one of these lip oils that are so fashionable now that just sort of slide off your lips. It's got a little bit of thickness to it without being too shiny and slippy. Definitely stays on pretty well through a cup of coffee, which I have tested it with. And it's got SPF 25, so I'm going to take this on holiday with me, and I'll let you know if that helps me get less dry lips than I normally get on holiday. I'll pop a link in for that as well. I can't read the colour, the writing's too small, even with glasses on. Oh, Winter Light, how we haven't missed you. How we haven't missed the spotlights up there. Just glued my, sorry, that looked a bit rude, didn't it? Just glued my fingernail. I've got a nasty vertical split in one of my nails that never really goes away properly, and I usually keep it filed right down, and I didn't, and I caught it this morning. It was so painful, so I glued it this morning and it didn't stick. It just caught on something again, not as badly, but I'm hoping this time it will stick. I can tell you now that the sad news that I referred obliquely to earlier this week is now in the public domain. People didn't know. I realise it's ridiculous that I'm telling you now this video isn't going live, and I've talked to them and said I'm not going to say it, but sorry, none of that made sense, but you get the point. When I originally referred to having had sad and upsetting news this week, and I'm sorry, I'm aware that the last 2 weeks I've been quite low mood, and you don't tune in for this, but I guess real life, isn't it? But yeah, when I first referred to it, the news wasn't really in the public domain as to what it was, so I didn't want to say it, even though this video doesn't go live till next week, but it is now. Everybody who needs to know pretty much knows. And the very sad news was that my best friend Faye, who, you know, I talk about her quite a lot on here, I think she's even been in a couple of videos briefly, occasionally, her 38-year-old daughter Cameron died very unexpectedly and very suddenly on Monday. She collapsed at home, and her partner tried to revive her and called the paramedics, and they also worked on her for a long time and couldn't revive her, and yeah, she died on Monday. So obviously that is absolutely devastating. Our families are really close. We spent Christmases together. The kids all get on well. You know, Will's known Cameron and Ali, her sister, since he was born. And yeah, it's just really super sad news. I've been struggling with it all week and trying to support Faye as best I can. Obviously, she's, you know, losing a child is the wrong way round of things, isn't it? It's not the way that things in this life should happen. And it's, yeah, it's been a difficult week. Anyway, I don't want to labour the point, obviously, because you're not here to listen to me moan, but obviously it hasn't been the best week content-wise. My mind has been elsewhere, let's say, so I apologise that this video isn't one of my better ones. I hope that you've enjoyed the little clips that I have managed to put together. I'm going to leave it here for this week. I'm not going to film tomorrow. Normally I would film Friday as well, but I just want to give myself a little bit of breathing space to get this video edited and uploaded in time, because I've got one more to film tomorrow as well. And I will see you again very soon. Thank you for watching, and I hope your week is going well. See you soon. Bye bye.